Campfire Chef Bella. I am back at the campsite today, and actually walking back here I spotted something on the way back, which I had some issues with my phone and my last video didn't save, so I got to redo this again. So please mind that what I found I already dissected, but I will show you the best I can. Alright, so what I found here today, it's right here. Let me put it back together. Is a giant puffball mushroom. And cool thing about these mushrooms are, if you find them and they look like this, or they're a little bit bigger, even a little bit smaller, they're edible. They're great to cook with. I don't particularly care for mushrooms, but my entire family has had them. They absolutely love them, and I'm going to show you how to distinguish if they're good or not. So one thing you got to look for, any discoloration on the top. They should be completely white like this, be milky white. All right, but the only way to check to see if they're actually good or not is like this. You got to dissect them, and you got to open up the center of them. If the meat in them, this right here, if it is completely white like that, you're good to go. They haven't started to spore yet, but if you look down here on the bottom, how it's turned that brown color and almost into mush, that's what creates the spore, and that's where they get their name puffballs, because they release a plume of spores in the air, and that's how they reproduce, and that's how they create more mushrooms. So if you guys are out in the woods, suggest you not eat any of the mushrooms out in the woods unless you know 100% for sure that they are edible and they're not going to hurt you, like these giant puffballs. So there's another little fun fact for the day. A lot of I don't want to say a lot of my videos ain't going to be pertained around cooking. If I had some stuff to cook with this, I would show you some dishes that you can cook with it and how to cook with it. I'd have to go home and get some recipes. Today I'm just going to let this mushroom be. Hopefully we can find another one in the future that's a little bit bigger and it hasn't started to spore like it has on the bottom of this one. And another thing, when you're looking at these mushrooms, because a lot of the guys are going to tell you, be like, hey, you need to check for, you know, stem and veil. Well, on the bottoms of these, there is no visible stem or gills. And the gills, like if you flip on the bottom side of a mushroom, you'll see all the little lines. They call them gills. So if you look in here and it looks like it started to gill out, or if it's got that brownish color there, they're no good. They're starting to spore, and that's where they get the name puffball. So just be diligent when you guys are out in the woods or you're out in your yard looking at mushrooms and stuff like that, and you find them. Do a little bit of research. See if they're edible. If they're not, get rid of them, because there are mushrooms out in your yard and out in the woods that are toxic for both you and your animals and your dogs and stuff. So you just got to be careful on what mushrooms that you have around you and what mushrooms you play with. So I hope this was a little bit of information for you guys, maybe an idea in the future for any of you out in the woods and running around and looking for a nice, good meal. If you find a mushroom or one of them big puffballs, they make great meals. So, alright, I'm going to let y'all go for this afternoon. I'm going to get down here and get some stuff cleaned up. So, I hope y'all have a good day, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, hit that little bell up there so you get the notifications for when I do post. I had a bug on me. Alright, y'all have a good day. Bye.